Welcome back to the ESE Files. We are back doing it live. We got plenty to talk about. Manaram, welcome back. Good to have you as usual.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, let's start hot. Yeah, yeah,
Always.
always. Yes. All right. First up, James Gunn and the Batman. So
Ooh.
I don't know if you've been keeping up with this dude or anyone at home. James Gunn has been going back and forth on the whole Batman deal, right? Like, I guess, and correct me if I'm wrong, dude. Um, Robert Pattinson was a Matt Reeves project. It was before James Gunn came in as
Hmm.
head of DC, and it was successful. They planned for a sequel. James Gunn comes in, and now he's like, "All right, we're not gonna touch the Batman. We're going to have our own separate Batman for DCU for his future, DCU movies and whatnot to interact with his Superman, his Lantern, his all that Justice League basically." We're gonna have two separate Batmans again. And ever since then, like he was like, no, Pattinson's not. It's not happening. It's separate. We're not touching it. More or less recently, it's been a little maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know. We're considering it. I would be make things easier if we just had Pattinson join DCU. Like he's still saying mostly no, right? But for it's a possibility now. He's not saying no. He's saying maybe, but we'll see. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Okay. I know we've talked about this quite a few times, actually. What what do you think is the best move? What's the power move?
Honestly, I have no idea because he doesn't know what he's doing. Obviously, he's making a Superman movie with Justice League or Justice Society in it. So I at this point, I don't know. I mean, the Battinson one, it wasn't exactly modern day, was it?
mm,
I got like that '90s to like early 2000 vibes when I watched it.
I think early 2000 vibes feels right. I mean, they had cell phones, but they didn't look modern. I don't believe. And
Yeah.
but yeah. Go ahead.
I have no. Well, I mean, he would have to make Battinson look much older, in my opinion.
Think so? You can't use the same. I mean, same settings because I mean that universe is grounded, right? Like it's more grounded in realism and trying to be serious Batman, trying to be dark Batman, not.
Well, here's a quick question.
Uh-huh.
Because you watched Penguin, and I still haven't, which
Yes,
shame on me. But did they have like modern day cell phones in the Penguin?
I want to say yes. I don't. I wasn't looking for that detail, but I want to say yes. There were cell phones.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, I can recall that there are cell phones for sure. I don't know if they're like modern flat phones, but they have cell phones.
Well, there is one thing in question though with the trailer. One of the
Hmm.
trailers that came out, I guess there's like a news bulletin board thing going on with the TV, and they talk about the Great Flood. And the only thing a lot of people are thinking of is it's tied to the Batman.
The Riddler flood.
Yes.
Okay, I
But
didn't catch that in the trailer.
as far as like what he should do, I don't know. I don't know because I rather Matt Reeves do his own thing and not be tainted by James Gunn because I enjoyed the movie. That was one of the best Batmans I've ever seen. And trust me, I don't care for Twilight. Although he does play a phenomenal role in Tenet, which is a great movie if you never saw that.
Okay, I heard good
So
things about Mickey as well. If you've caught that.
Mickey,
Yeah, I think it's Mickey, where he's like playing clones of himself or something in space. I don't know. I've heard really good things about it. I haven't checked it out just yet.
is that a movie?
Yeah. Or
Oh,
you know what? It was maybe. I think I definitely got the title wrong, but yeah. Anyways, sorry.
nice. Well, I honestly, I think if he does anything, he needs to cast someone for the new movies if they even make it that far.
Oh, High Life is what I was talking about. My bad. High
High
Life.
Life. I don't know if I've ever heard that.
But yeah. So I gotta agree with you. I did like him as Batman. I didn't care too much for his Bruce Wayne, but overall, I liked the Batman. Matt Reeves is the Batman. Um, can they fit that into the new DCU? Maybe it might not be too late. Just maybe I don't know. It depends on what Superman sets up and what they do there, and I don't know. Um, but as far as this article goes, James is saying that James, we're on first name basis. Um, James Gunn, he
Mr.
doesn't
Gunn.
want a campy Batman. He doesn't want a funny Batman. I'm thinking like Adam West. You don't want to go too cheesy. So more or less, it sounds like he's kind of describing Pattinson, more or less, or Batfleck.
Well,
Arguably they were both not
well,
campy or
the Josh Whedon version was definitely quote unquote funny,
uh, he had a
but
couple lines here and there. Yeah, sure.
yeah, dude, I don't know. I don't like the guy's all over the place. He's more scattered brained than anyone else I know.
You might have a point there with that. It's hard to argue that. I'm still rooting for the DCU because I do like the DC characters and storylines and whatnot. I'd like for it to succeed, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens, I guess.
Oh,
um,
which we never talked about last time,
uh,
which I'm still pissed off about it.
uh,
The Amazon deal,
what's the Amazon do?
dude. So like they made that little promotion where Amazon users can watch it. What, like July 9th or something?
Yeah, yeah. You're
And
talking
they
about
said
Superman.
there was no details, no details. It's
Hmm.
just Amazon users could watch it, June 9th or July 9th or whatever.
Yes,
And
yes.
then everyone else gets to watch it July, what, 12th or 13th?
What
I
minute?
don't remember. Anyways, yeah. So now, after a few weeks later, what,
July
has
8th.
it been a month or a few weeks?
It's been a couple weeks.
Okay, yeah. And now they're like, oh no, Amazon gets early tickets. They get a chance to
Yeah.
buy early tickets to select theaters to watch it.
Hmm.
It's like, no, I'm good. So I'm not going to be watching it, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude. I was looking for it too. I was like, on Amazon Prime, I'm like, or the Amazon TV or whatever you call it,
Yeah.
Prime TV. I'm like, where is it? I thought it was going to be here, but nothing. And then when I looked it up, it was like that. I found out what you just said. You got to buy your tickets, or you get to buy your early tickets.
Yeah.
It's like, oh crap! And by that time, everything was sold out around us.
Oh, yeah.
Houston, it was all gone. Like four
What?
different theaters sold out.
Only 4 theaters.
Yeah, yeah, it
But
was. Yeah, I think it was like four,
but
maybe.
yeah, it's just like I figured it was going to be like a one of those COVID deals, where they were releasing the movie streaming, Amazon promotion where you can watch it streaming if you're an Amazon member, great.
Mhm.
But then if you want to go to theaters, you have the option to go to theaters like they did with Black Widow. But yeah, no, you have to pay for it. So no, I'm good.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro.
Man, I mean, like, it sucks that that's how it went because, like you said, there was no details whatsoever. If they would
Yeah,
have said that up front, I would have been fine with that. But no, it was just me, where is it? Like, you know,
yeah.
I had no clue. And maybe that's my fault for not looking further into it. But on the
Dude, the
surface,
first promotion was just like Amazon users, whatever,
yeah,
July 9th. Where
yeah,
the rest of the world July 12th, and I'm like, okay, cool. I can watch it for free. Hell yeah, I'm gonna do that.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, you know, feel like got a little shafted there, but sucks. Oh well, it is what it is. Um, yeah, so it's fine though. We'll still make opening day, July 8th,
You are,
first and last.
you are.
Oh crap, making me choke over
I'm not going. I'm, dude. Trust me. What they, I love DC. It's my favorite over Marvel. But like, I didn't even care for Snyderverse for the most part, except for a handful of movies like Man of Steel, and then of course the Justice League Snyder cut. I love that. Plus a few movies here and there.
here. Sure,
But what they did to him, nope, nope. And then James Gunn of all people, who can't make a good movie to save his life, I'm good, dude.
yeah.
Plus the trailers do nothing for me. They
Oof.
look terrible.
Eesh. Speaking of trailers,
Uh oh.
oh, we have finally got a Naked Gun trailer. A
It's so
full-fledged
stupid.
trailer. What was that?
It's so stupid.
All right, so I know you just watched this right before.
Yep. Yep.
All right, so give me your thoughts on this. What do you?
Well, So for anyone that hasn't seen a Naked Gun or movie,
Mm-hmm.
this movie is pretty much identical to the OGs.
Okay.
You know, the same. You know, what do they call it? Like,
Parody type or
yeah. Well, not necessarily parody. God, it's like stick
slapstick.
comedy, slapstick comedy. Yes, yes. So you see the most out like that. He's driving and someone hands him a freaking coffee cup. You know, it is probably going to be fun. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be fun. I kind of want to see it, but it looks good, and it definitely it's like you're watching the OG, just more modern, and of course new characters.
Right. Yeah. Um, I wasn't so sure when we saw the teaser trailer. I wasn't so sure about Liam Neeson
Yeah,
in the role because I mean he doesn't really do comedies or none that I
he's done a
remember.
few.
Has
He's
he?
done not many, but yes, he's done a few.
Hmm. Okay. Well, anyway, the trailer though, when he was dressed up as a little girl and the Girl Scouts, like, oh, they went too far. They're, it's not. They're not sticking to the formula. They went full. I can't say that, but they went
Yeah,
down a dark path. Um, but you know, seeing the full trailer, I can see the cheesiness is still in there. It's just like you're saying. It feels like the Naked Gun. Although I will say this trailer wasn't. It didn't hit for me. I wasn't laughing. I chuckled maybe twice, like this part here with the 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 BJ
yeah.
scene. You know that made me chuckle, but overall, like I didn't laugh. I'm like, oh
Well,
crap. I'm not. I don't know, dude. So
it,
I'm hoping that they're just saving the good stuff for the actual movie. I do still want to see it. Just yeah, Naked Gun. It's a great franchise. Early '90s, late '80s stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff there. Go check them out if you haven't. Um, I'll probably still watch this, so yeah, I won't see that.
I'll definitely watch it. I just don't know if I'd go to the theaters to watch it,
Mm.
but I am definitely looking forward to it. It looks great. Uh, but this is, like I said, it if you want something to turn it on, it's going to be the dumbest thing you watch all year. It will, but it'll probably be funny. It's better than like Scary Movie 4, 5, and all the other parody movies out there.
Oh,
Scary Movie 1 through 3 were pretty damn good, but everything else, no, no, can't do it.
yeah, no, I 100% agree with you. Um, but yeah, dude, I think overall, I think it's good that these kind of movies are coming back. Um, old school
Yeah,
stuff.
I was gonna say
Uh,
this, and then what? Last week we talked about Happy Gilmore 2,
yes,
and it
sir.
looks like 30 years later, the same damn movie, just older. So I'm in it. I'm in it. I love it. It's pretty much everything I've asked for. You know, I want
Yeah,
them to bring back the raunchy comedy, and they are bringing it back.
yeah.
So,
Just like Harold and Kumar.
which,
Oh,
yeah, part 2 and 3, quote unquote 3, terrible movies, but the first one's a classic.
first one's amazing. Second one, I can live with it. It's not as good as the first, but I do I got a spot for it. Montana Bay there, right?
Yeah,
The
Guantanamo Bay, where
the
the
sea meat sandwich.
George, yes, yes. I was about to say the seaweed sandwich. Yes,
Oh man,
from President Bush.
it's got its moments.
Yes.
Definitely, it's got its moments. The third one, the Christmas movie,
Yeah.
is the
We,
weakest one.
it never happened. We don't talk about that one.
I do watch it every year though around
Oh
Christmas time.
God. I don't know how you do it. It's terrible.
I do. I just love this pair of these two guys.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't know their names, so I can't
Yeah,
really say
Cal
them.
Penn and I don't know the other guy.
John Cho. There we go.
John. Yeah. But Cal Penn, dude. I mean, they both went on to do amazing things, but actually they kind of fell off the last like 5, 10 years. But
Hmm.
no, they've gone on to do amazing things, both of them. But Cal Penn, I think, is more successful than
Okay.
the other one.
Yeah, you see him a bit more around the sitcoms and other stuff. Yeah.
Do you remember after this came out, he went to go do the Superman Returns as a villain.
Wait, what?
He's in
Who?
Superman Returns. Cal Penn, the Indian dude.
Huh? Superman Returns. I don't remember him
Yep,
in there.
yep, with
Huh.
Kevin Spacey.
Oh wow,
He's Kevin Spacey's like sidekick or whatever,
oh,
lackey.
man,
Yeah, look him up. And
I,
he's got a serious face and everything. It's great.
I'd have to look that up because I don't remember that. Wow.
Mm.
Well, John Cho, he did what? Star Trek. He was in there for a bit.
Yes, he. I mean, he did all the American Pies and all that stuff. But yeah, Star Trek is, I think, his quote unquote breaking role after this,
Yeah, more or less.
which he did a phenomenal job. All the
Oh,
people
agreed
in Star Trek did great.
for sure. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of details on this other than it's happening, which I think it's great. Um, R-rated, all the
As long as they make it just as good as like the first one, that's all I care about. Or even part of two, the
oh,
sea meat sandwich.
it looks like 2011 was the third one, the Christmas one. Wow, that was a good 13 years ago. The
14, going on
14?
14.
Oh yeah, shoot. Um, Either way, man, can't wait. I hope that, like you said, I hope they stick with the old school stuff, and don't be afraid to be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't be afraid. Moving on, dude. Don't be afraid to be funny. There we go. There we go.
It's all the OG parody movies are coming back. That's what I love. But
Spaceballs.
yes,
Ah, it's a classic. I, dude, you turned me onto this one for sure, 100%. I
what,
don't remember
Spaceballs?
when, how it had to be back in middle school. Or you're like Spaceballs. You need to watch it, and I did.
Yes.
And yeah, it's a classic. Love it. Rick Moranis has been long retired
Yes.
from Hollywood, and he's coming back for the Spaceballs sequel. That's
Now,
awesome.
uh, like, because I asked the group chat a while back, and I'm like, dude, he's coming out of retirement.
Yeah.
Why would he come out of retirement for this, but he didn't come back for Ghostbusters or anything else? And not Cuckles, like, because his kids are grown up. And I didn't even think about that. How long has it been since, the last movie he did, like Little Giants or whatever, back in the 90s?
Yeah, dude.
If
Oh,
all of his
yeah.
kids are grown up and, like, moved out or whatever, doing whatever they do,
Mm-hmm.
and he might make a comeback to Hollywood. Might, granted, he wasn't the best, like, comedian actor out there, but he fit the roles and he was funny.
Yes.
So he wasn't the best, but he was good. So this is great news, and I hope it opens up the door to where he comes back and starts doing other stuff.
Yeah, maybe you mentioned it earlier. I mean, I would love for him to make a Ghostbusters cameo.
Yeah.
For a sequel, another sequel down the line. That'd be great. There has been talks, behind doors. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, like another sequel for that, but it
The
was
first
always
one was
yes, no.
great. The first
Mhm.
one was great. Like the second two or whatever after that were terrible. It
Yeah,
just got
he's
like
definitely
ridiculous. They made a second one. I think they made a third one.
yes, yeah. Where the baby blows up or gets big or something.
I think the second one was the baby.
Oh crap!
I
Oh,
don't, dude. The first one was great. Anything else was terrible after that.
yeah, but yeah, I agree, dude. It's awesome that he's coming back for this. You can't have Spaceballs without Dark Helmet.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
he is Spaceballs.
Or Mel Brooks. Mel Brooks is coming back, right? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. He's like what 92 or something
dude.
like that.
Dude, he's got to be older than like Emperor Palpatine at this point. He looked bad back in like the 80s and 90s. So I can't imagine 30, 40 years later.
Oh, dude. Yeah, he's coming back. He's gonna be playing Yogurt.
Yeah, yeah. He was played Yogurt and the president,
Yeah, yeah. You're right. The president. He was both.
president of Spaceballs.
Yeah.
Or yeah, yeah.
So
But
yeah,
yeah, he looked rough back then. I can't. I haven't seen him in over a decade, maybe 2 decades now.
yeah. I mean, don't quote me on that. I don't think he's been in anything for a while.
I know he's been directing still for a while, but I don't
Hmm.
think he's been acting like at all.
Wow. Same with Bill Pullman. not Lone Star. Yeah, Lone Star. Lone Star. He'll be back as well.
Yeah.
There he is, right there. Which I honestly, I don't really follow him. I don't know too much about him, like what he's been in. If
Dude,
I'm not too
he's
sure.
Independence Day, the president.
Oh wow, that
Independence
was
Day
him.
1 and 2.
Wow, that was him. Phew. Even so,
But
that was a while
he's
ago.
Bill Pullman's been in a lot of stuff,
Hmm.
and he's a decent actor. But unfortunately, if I'm not mistaken, John Candy passed away,
Yes.
so we're not getting Chewbacca.
No barf.
No, but yes, Varf.
ah, he's such a good character too.
Yeah, he was. Dude, he was one of the reasons that movie was so good.
This man's best friend.
Dude, he passed away 31 years ago.
Man,
Holy crap! I didn't realize that.
it's crazy.
He died young. He was 44, 43.
It's crazy, dude.
I did not realize he died that long ago. Jesus, I thought it was like 10, maybe 15 years ago, not 30.
But yeah, dude, this is I believe when we first heard about this, we were not skeptical, but we had high hopes for it. We wanted it to be good, of course, but now with today's comedy, we don't. Who knows? I do feel a little better about this, knowing that these three names are coming back, especially with Rick Moranis coming back like that. I don't think he would come back if it was a crap movie, or a crap script. I, Maybe that's wishful thinking. Maybe
Dude, Spaceballs was a crap movie, but it was one of the best parody movies of all time.
Yeah,
Back in the day.
yeah.
Try and watch it now. It's kind of rough.
Ah,
Comb the
yeah, it's still
desert. And they're combing the desert. Y'all find anything? We ain't found. Yeah, dude.
so good.
As long as they keep, like I said, dude, all these comedy movies, as long as they keep the same energy as back then, it's going to be a hit. Now, it might not be, blockbuster hit at the movie theater because you know how it is now.
Mhm.
The movie's got to be end game level to get a blockbuster or make money.
Well,
But yeah, I'm excited. I'm here for it.
speaking of hits, oh, nailing these transitions today, man. The Nintendo, oh, it's following through. They're following through. They had previously, quote unquote, threatened if you modify the Switch 2 or you try to play pirated games or the whatnot, they're gonna brick you. You have a $500 paperweight. Can't use your console. They're
Now,
following through.
there's a slight difference though. There's a
What's
difference between bricking and
Uh-huh.
banning, which a lot of people don't understand this.
All
Now
right.
they promised to brick the console, but what they're actually doing right now is just banning. So everyone that bought the console and they're getting banned, they can't play online like ever again.
Wow.
Now, which they did promise to brick it, but what bricking does is, like you just said, your console becomes a $500 paperweight. You can't turn it on. And when you turn it on, it's not going to say anything. It'll just put up like an error message, and you can't do anything. You can't play any games on it. You can't, it literally, you pretty much just have to throw it away or donate it.
Oh man.
But yeah, they haven't bricked anyone yet. But yeah, they put the ban hammer down, which I think is hilarious.
So what's been going on here is some people are using something called MIG flash, MIG flash. I don't know how to pronounce it exactly. MIG flash, MIG. I don't know. Which is a tool to play like your first party or not first party, your Switch 1 games on a Switch 2.
Yep.
And these people are claiming that they're playing their games that they have already owned. And as I understand it, this tool can be used to pirate games that you don't own.
Yep.
And Nintendo said, even if you're playing games that you already own, nope, and banning these accounts. Um, Even though, if I understood this article correctly, the Switch 2 did have an update where it allowed the MIG to be used on the console. So
I don't know anything about that.
Mm.
But you are 100% right otherwise that, yeah, this thing allows you to put pretty much custom firmware on your device. You can put, you know, ROMs is what we
Mm.
technically call them.
Okay.
You can put your games, illegal games, legal games, whatever on it. Nintendo doesn't want anything of that sort to go on with their system,
Mm.
which in one aspect I agree with because it keeps the security of the system, secure for
Yeah.
a little longer. But people have already jailbreaking this thing, first 5 minutes that they opened it up, which that is not good for a system. That means that their security on it is dog water.
Wow.
So yeah. Whereas it took years for them to do the PS3, and even like Sony got into it with a guy called GeoHots, which I guess, if I'm not mistaken, he like jailbreak the iPhone back in the day.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Well, Sony and him got into it, and the guy, what technically the guy did was illegal.
Mm-hmm.
And once you agree to the terms of service, and you go online and stuff like that, you agree to what they, expect of you. And they don't want you to pirate games. They don't want you to put custom firmware. They don't want you to cheat. They don't want you to hack. They don't want
Right.
you to do anything like that because then not only are you, cheating, you are ruining other players' experience in certain online games and stuff like that.
Right.
So yes, Sony, Xbox, they all ban people online and they'll ban your console if you get caught. Now, a lot of people don't really get banned unless they do something that like gets their attention, then they get banned.
Mm.
But Nintendo straight up like they got some kind of anti like custom firmware thing in their system to where when they detect something foreign, it bricks it or it bans it.
Wow.
So, like I said, in a way, I agree with Nintendo to an aspect,
Mm-hmm.
but on the flip side, I mean, Nintendo shouldn't put out bad products like that.
I could agree with that. And to correct myself, it was MIG Flash firmware on their end that allowed them to jump onto the Switch too, not the other way around like I was
Okay.
suggesting. So yeah, dude, I agree with you. You know, shouldn't pirate. That's that's what it feels. Ooh,
Yeah,
excuse me,
and
boils
that's
down to.
that's the thing. Nintendo just wants to keep their online like gameplay and stuff like that to bare minimum cheating because we've all been there when you have someone jump in. Whether I don't play Call of Duty, but I see it all the time. But I have played a handful of games where there has been a hacker or cheater that is in the game, like White Knight and a few other games,
Mm-hmm.
where yeah, bosses that are not supposed to die in one hit die in one hit. DCUO. There's
Oh,
with PC being in the mix with PlayStation.
yeah.
Yeah, you got people called speed hackers where they do like all their skills damage overlapping with no MP restrictions, and they kill
Oh,
bosses in seconds.
wow.
That should take like 5 minutes. They kill them in seconds. So, yeah, that's the whole point. They're trying to save their online community.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, should they be breaking it like they promised, or the banning is that sufficient for now? What do you think?
I mean, banning is the least of their worries. If they brick it, I see a lawsuit happening. Unfortunately, granted, the terms of service protects Nintendo only so far, but if they actually brick it to where they can't even turn it on and play like games that they own, like actually own, I see lawsuits happening, and I do not see Nintendo getting out of it.
Ugh, yikes.
So,
Well,
but the banning is perfectly legal. There's nothing any player can do about it.
hmm, well, dang. There is something that players can do about certain lawsuits, though, such as, oh man, ooh, you brought, oh yeah, I'm on fire today. Excuse me.
I didn't believe you wanted to talk about this.
Oh yeah, dude,
Oh,
yeah. I
okay.
think it's funny. I think so we got Aldana versus GameStop. This is a whole lawsuit thing. I had to, I'm not gonna lie. I read through this thing. I'm like, what the hell did I just read? So I did
Mm-hmm.
have to comb through it a couple times. But long story short, what's going on is, imagine if you buy a video game from GameStop, right? And GameStop was sharing some of your information with Facebook without asking you first. And that's obviously that's not okay. That's not okay. There's a what was it? The Privacy Protection Act that says GameStop shouldn't be doing that. And so GameStop is basically apologizing, like, oh, we screwed up. Here's $5 or $10 in GameStop credit. And so, oh,
Okay,
yeah,
go
yeah,
ahead.
dog's angry.
You can have
So,
to switch it,
so what? How can you claim
you
this
have to
money?
make yours master on there.
You go to
Yeah,
the GameStop
one that don't have
VPPA
master.
settlement website, which I will go ahead and I'll link at the bottom of
I'll
this
do it when I get
video. And yeah, you can sign up. There are a couple things that you have to qualify for. You have to have done a purchase at GameStop. What was it, within the last few years?
something like that. Yeah,
No, it's on here somewhere. 2020? Between 2020 and 2025? Is that right?
something like that. I don't remember.
Okay. Well, yeah. Yeah. You have to do that. I'm sorry. Here it is.
Yeah,
August
August.
2020,
Yeah,
and between August 2020 and April 17, 2025. If you made a purchase at GameStop during that time, you can claim your money. So,
which I haven't done this yet, but I will. I
yeah.
anything to stick it to the man.
Dude, I think it's funny because, yeah, I'm glad GameStop got caught because, you know,
There's no reason, everyone shares information. I mean, the phones that we all use every day is one of the worst. It's the worst thing you can use. It tracks where you go, it shares information everywhere. Facebook shares your information everywhere. Everyone shares your information everywhere. I don't even know why it's a criminal offense anymore or civil or whatever this is. But yeah, claim it. It's $5 or $10 store credit. I'll take the store credit.
sure, why not?
And I hate freaking GameStop. That place is a
Same.
pile of dog rubble.
But yeah, $10 is $10.
Yeah, it is.
I
I
mean,
got some
that's
pretty awesome. Like GameStop had like their once in a lifetime sale not that long ago, and I shared a few games that I picked up.
yeah.
Dude, $15 for like a $60 game, like limited edition. I'm like, hell yeah, that was actually pretty good. But dude, yeah, I've used their app twice now. I've gotten screwed twice now. Yeah, so unless you buy new, uh, if you dare to buy used on their app, you don't know what you're gonna get. You're gonna get the game, but you don't know if you're gonna get the case. You don't know if you're gonna get a booklet. You don't know anything. So yeah, dude, that should be a lawsuit in itself right there. You laugh. That's not funny, dude. It literally should show you like how many copies they have, which copy they have, and whatever. It
Mhm.
includes booklet, doesn't, whatever. But it doesn't. It doesn't tell you anything.
Nah, sound angry.
Yeah, I am. One of them, dude. I thought I had a steal of a deal for one game. I think I gave it to you.
Oh
The
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, the Marvel versus Capcom Anniversary 2 or whatever.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So this game goes for like 60, 70, $80 everywhere, everywhere. And I'm like, man, I really want this game. It's not the one that just came out, it's the one before it, or not the two that just came out, it's the one before it.
Yeah.
But yeah, couldn't find
Keep
it
going.
anywhere.
I'm gonna grab it. It's right here. Keep going.
I see how it is. Anyways, I'm probably gonna have to repeat what I said. But anyways, yeah. So I found the game. It's somewhere in my stack, but I found the game on GameStop for like 30 something dollars, 20 or 30 something dollars. I'm like, oh my god, that's ridiculous. That's awesome. I'm like, hell yeah, sign me up. I'm gonna get it. You want me to repeat what I said?
No, no, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So
thought
I'm
it was
like,
here,
hell
but
yeah. It was like $25, $30, whatever. I'm like, hell yeah, sign me up. I got it. Added a cart, bought it. It took like 7 or 8 days to get here. So I was already pissed off at that. I'm like, dude, how does it take so long to get here? But when it finally got here, like two or three of the games I ordered that were used came in like a GameStop case. No booklet, no nothing, just a GameStop case and then the disc. Now, one of the games I bought like an extra copy of Minecraft, like
Okay.
two extra copies of Minecraft. One of them came with everything that I asked for. The other one, GameStop case. And I'm like, okay, that I don't want that. I have no use for that. And then yeah, the Marvel game, Marvel Collection game, yeah, came with the freaking GameStop case, and it's like, what the hell am I going to do with that? Try and take it back. Guess what? They counted the day I ordered it, not the day I received it. So I couldn't take it back.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sucks.
And I went online, filed a complaint. I'm like, yeah, your store's bad. I'm like, you guys robbed me. If I knew, if I had this, I want my money back, but I know I can't get it. But I'm like, if I knew I wasn't going to get what I ordered, I wouldn't have ordered in the first place.
Yeah,
And I got, the corporate, don't reply to this message BS.
of course. Classic
Yeah.
GameStop.
But
That sucks how they got downhill. But,
they've always been downhill. Even when your wifey used to work there.
yeah, I can't argue that.
I don't even know how they won the like video game business. Like compared to, I mean, they bought out Funko Land. Funko Land was the best. Funko Land was phenomenal, but like KB Games and all those other places, I don't know how any of those places went out of business and GameStop stayed in.
Hmm.
Because GameStop had the worst. They were the worst. No one ever went there because of how bad they were. So
Except
it
for
must have
me.
been like the rest of the country. Dude, every time we used to go to GameStop back in the day, there was no one there.
Yeah,
But you go to all the other stores and, they had lines out the door. It's like, God dang.
yeah. Well, if GameStop's still around,
Yeah.
they'll
Get
probably
your
go out of
$5
business.
or your 10.
They're probably planning it. They're like, we'll send out the checks on this day. And by the time it arrives, our stores will be closed, so you can't claim it.
Something we can only hope for.
Oh, good old GameStop. Yeah. Jesus
Oh, did
Christ.
you see their new promotion though?
No.
It was
So,
actually kind of genius.
what was it?
So it was like GameStop, come get your Nintendo Switch 2.
Hmm.
And they showed the Nintendo Switch 2, and it says without the staples, and they put the red stapler next to it. Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Oh, that's awesome.
You got to look it up. It's great. So they are owning it, which is great.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of have to. They,
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the least they can do.
yeah.
Yeah, my brother tried to come in. He's like, hey, I want to log into Helldivers real quick. I'm like, I'll take care of it. I'm live.
Ah, man. Oh, I did a search on it. I'll see it real quick. But all right. Anyways, GameStop sucks. Claim your money.
Yeah.
And yeah, again, I'll leave that link down below in the description. One more story we got. Borderlands 4, something that we touched on a couple of weeks ago, where the president or CEO or whatever of Gearbox, Pitchford,
Got
he made a tweet. I think it's down here. Here it is. Yeah. There was a tweet that read, or I was actually talking about the pricing. What would it be released at? Because Nintendo was releasing Mario Kart for $80. So his response was, A, not my call. Probably, maybe true. B, if you're a real fan, you'll find a way to make it happen. My local game store had Starflight for Sega Genesis for $80 in 1991 when I was just out of high school working minimum wage at an ice cream parlor in Pismo. Okay, cool. I mean, he's not wrong. Prices were way higher back
You
then.
can't compare it like inflation prices, though. You can't compare it that way. That's not how it works. But yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, anyways, oh yeah, I gotta agree with you though.
Oh, well, also we ended our stream or our recording, and we came back after. I'm like, oh my god, we forgot to talk about this.
Yeah.
So we came back on just to rip this guy a new butthole. Because you don't say stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know why people. Oh yeah, games back in the day. Yeah, I remember. Trust me, Super Nintendo games were $90.
Yep.
$90 to $100. I
Mhm.
remember.
Yeah,
It wasn't until Sony came in the picture that, oh, and they blamed it on the cost of cartridges, which I think is BS. It was just 100% greed
had to be.
because Sega Genesis wasn't that high.
Um,
But yeah, it wasn't until Sony came out releasing their disc and stuff like that that the the N64 went from that $80 $90 price range again down to $40 and $50 because they were getting destroyed and they never recovered. Not until like the Nintendo DS and 3DS and the handheld department started recovering it. But
yeah,
yeah, you can't look. Cost of gaming has barely gone up in 30 years. So I don't know why. Yeah, we know gaming was expensive back then. That's why no one owned anything back then.
that's true.
That's why video game rental stores were, gold mines back then.
Hmm. It's probably how Blockbuster stayed alive for so long.
Even that's like GameStop to me. I do not know how Blockbuster stayed alive so long. We used to, when I grew up, we went to latest and greatest.
Okay.
You remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, the latest and greatest we had right down the street, dude, right next to your house. But dude, twice as big as Blockbuster, half the cost.
Hmm. Wow.
Like half the cost. Blockbuster it was like $4 for like 3 days or something like that.
Hmm.
Four or $5 for 3 days. Dude, latest and greatest was like $2 for 3 or 4 days.
Man.
We I remember because we rented freaking Street Fighter 2. You couldn't buy it. It was sold out for like a year. Street Fighter 2, Super NES. We rented that game for like 4 months straight.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
That's probably why I always went to Blockbuster because I could never find anything at latest and greatest.
Dude, yeah. We literally like would rent it like 2 weeks at a time, take it back, and our friend would rent it, and then we'd play it again. Dude, we played that game like I said 3 or 4 months straight. We kept renting it off, so that we didn't get the late whatever, not late fees, but the extra surcharges that they would charge if you kept it way too long than normal. Yeah, dude, it was crazy. And then yeah, for my birthday one year, we went to Toys R Us, and my mom bought me Street Fighter for $78 plus tax, and it came out to like 85, $86.
Wow.
Yeah,
Good old
I remember
days.
that like it was yesterday.
Oh man,
Yeah,
good times.
so we know gaming back then was expensive.
Yeah, but to your point, like there was a huge jump. I don't know, maybe PS2, PS3, PS4. There was a huge jump there, but like it hasn't moved quite a while. Like the expenses, right? More or
When you
less.
compare it from the 90s or even late 80s, early 90s, when you compare it from then to now, yeah, it's a major jump.
Hmm.
But the gradual incline all the way to now, no, it's barely moved. Like the cost of gaming is still not, like we talked about it a few times now. The West, where we live,
Yeah.
are, they're like our government. They just waste money. They throw money everywhere and see what sticks, and they're wasteful spenders, like really bad.
Hmm.
Whereas we got 2 or 3 game of the years every year from someone from the east area, the east hemisphere. Black Myth Wukong would spend I don't know $20 million. I forget how much they spent. They spent next to nothing, and look how much they made.
Yep. Can't
I don't
argue
even
that.
think Arrowhead's in the Netherlands or something. It's over in like the United Kingdom, Europe.
Oh
Look
wow.
how much they made, and they barely spent a dime. All these big companies are, over there are making game of the years left and right that are selling, like hotcakes, barely spending any money. Here, 200 million, 300 million, biggest
Hmm.
flop in U.S. history or video game history.
It's funny you
So,
said that because in this article, he was saying Pitchford was saying that the cost of Borderlands 4 was about twice as much to make than to develop than Borderlands 3. It's in here
which
somewhere.
that's not good because Borderlands 3 was bad.
Yeah, it was not up to par for sure. It was mechanically, it still worked. It was still good. I think it was just maybe the story. Maybe I don't know. It just wasn't
Dude,
didn't fit.
just watching the trailer, none of the characters were relatable. They didn't look like they were fun. None of the gameplay. I mean, it didn't look like a great game.
Hmm.
Whereas Borderlands One had no story. It just had a bunch of characters for you to play, and you picked a character that played your style. I like Roland. I like the turn. I like
Hmm.
that aspect. My brother liked the big beefy guy. I forget his name. Brock,
Oh,
I think, or
yeah, man, I'm
I can't
like,
think of his name.
yeah.
But yeah, he likes the big guy. He likes to rush in and beat everything up, which is what he does. And they had relatable characters in Borderlands 2. Pretty much Roland had there was a second character, I don't remember what he was called, did the same exact thing Roland did. And then the one that my brother liked to play was the dwarf dude with two guns.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember now.
Salazar or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically reskinned,
Yeah,
but
reskin just without fists, he has guns. So, we had relatable characters. It was
mm,
fun. Borderlands 3, dude, all the characters, none of them looked like they would be enjoyable for me. And then that's when I heard, oh, the story's terrible, the game's slow, it's bad, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, well, I'm glad I didn't pay anything for it. And then 2, 3 months after it came out, $10 for everything.
there you
And then
go.
it came out for free.
Yeah, there you go, dude. So that's what I was thinking earlier when you're saying you're gonna claim your $10 at GameStop, like you're gonna put it towards put Borderlands 4, pick it up for $15.
I still haven't opened up Borderlands 3. It's in that back shelf, like awesome cover. There's flowers or whatever with the psycho dude on the front, like metallic looking cover. It's awesome looking, but yeah, I only paid like $10 for it. People couldn't sell it. They're trying to get rid of it.
And how long was that gap after release
What,
that you
two
found that deal?
months,
Two
3 months?
months? Jesus.
It was less than 3 months
Yeah, that's rough. Uh,
because we already knew the game. The game bombed. Like it bombed hard.
hmm,
And then, like I said, 2 months, maybe 3 months tops. And yeah, dude, because I like to shop around, especially like Black Friday and stuff like that. So
yeah.
I'll do a little dig and I'll see what's out there. And yeah, dude, you look at deals and Borderlands 3, $10, like the whatever Game of the Year edition or whatever it is that includes all the DLC. I'm like, well, I'll spend that. I'll get that. I got two copies, one for me and one for my brother.
There you go. Well, if anyone's actually gonna buy this September 12th,
Good
it'll
luck.
be $70 instead of 80. So
It's gonna be as good as the movie.
we. Oh man, that makes the movie look good. Ooh.
Like, like I said, the first 5 or 10 minutes of the movie, I'm like, okay, this isn't bad. I'm waiting for where it hits that it's going to be the worst movie I've ever seen in my life, and it was like 15, 20 minutes, and I'm like, oh
Did
no,
not take long.
and it just goes downhill from there. Like I said, the first like 10 minutes, it's like, man, it feels like I'm playing the game. I'm like, I'm watching someone play the game. I'm like, this is actually pretty good. So I'm like, okay, how long? How long is it gonna take? And it was like a few minutes after that. Then it was like, and never goes up at all.
No,
Never. I'm like,
no,
okay, okay,
that
yeah.
movie. Ooh, we got our movie review. Crap on it for a good 10 minutes. Oh man. All right, what else we got? Oh, we got one more. Forgot about this one.
Oh,
Marathon.
oh God. Did I
Yeah,
just share that to you?
yeah. I don't know too much about this one. Because I thought this game was canceled. Marathon, not canceled, but done with, ended. Like it's not happening. Marathon.
So what we talked about, I don't remember how long ago it was, maybe a month ago.
Yeah.
What we talked about was Sony pulled like all promotion, everything for the game.
Mm,
We don't know exactly why, or at least I don't think we do. But yeah,
Concord.
so that and because dude, Bungie's been putting out like bombs lately, like bad ones. Like it's terrible. Plus all the plagiarism allegations that's been going on for years now.
Mm,
But yeah, so Sony pulled out of like the promotion and trying to save money because they don't want anything to do with this game. Bungie's now delaying it, and dude, everyone like online, the people that played the alpha of this game,
uh-huh.
they're just like it's one of the worst games they ever played.
Wow.
It's that bad. Like, there's no reason it should be made at all.
Ooh.
It's not good at all.
Wow.
And yeah, so evidently now Bungie is delaying it. So it might be getting canceled soon. Who knows?
Oof.
This
Well,
this is going to be Concord 2.0, and it's going to be Redfall 2.0.
yeesh.
It's going to be released, and who knows if it gets pulled immediately or if they just let it die out there like Redfall.
Ugh. Damn, dude. Yeah,
In
this
case
is
people don't real know what I'm talking about, Redfall was a game that was released on Xbox Game Pass Day 1, and if I'm not mistaken, it had less players than Concord.
ooh.
And the game was so broken and nothing was fixed, and it was pretty much an unfinished game that was released, and Xbox just kind of kept it out there. They never pulled it.
Wow. Dang, dude.
Yeah, which yeah, from a
Well,
big studio too, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, Marathon. Anyone excited? Good God,
oh, wow.
the game looks terrible though.
I mean, it's not really my type of game, so I haven't really looked too much into it. But I mean, the one trailer we saw, I mean, yeah,
That bad, huh?
eh, eh. I'm just enjoying having fun with been playing that Miles Morales Spider-Man actually.
Have you really?
Yeah, dude. But oh, you know what? This wasn't on our schedule, but I heard that the PlayStation Plus is going up in price again soon.
They talked about that a few months ago, and
Yeah.
there's nothing confirmed yet.
Well, if they did, I guess I'm currently I don't have a yearly subscription, so I'm paying a month, which kind of hurts.
Good
But
dude, no.
it hurts, dude. It
I
hurts so
thought you were
much.
stealing guns or something.
I was or am, but I wanted to get the second tier or
Extra.
extra, yes, because all right, you gifted me a Final Fantasy Rebirth for Christmas, and I finally got around to installing it. It's like, all right, I'm gonna play it, and then I realized, like, oh wait a minute, I don't have the DLC from the other stuff because I play the first game, of course, and then
You don't
play the
have this.
demo.
All you need is the save data.
Yeah, yeah. So, but I never played Interlude or the one with Yuffie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like,
Interlude.
you know what?
Yeah.
I was gonna buy it. It was $15, and then I was like, oh wait, extra's $15. I'll just play that, and then I can play a couple other games that I've been meaning to play. And yeah, yeah, dude, I'm just kind of been focusing on that, trying to get them out of the way before my month ends. So, so I finished Interlude and Miles Morales, and yeah, might play some God of War Ragnarok next. They're short games, so get them out of the way.
Dude, if you're gonna pay for PS Plus, you pay for the year.
Uh,
It's cheap.
it's so much at once.
I don't even know how ridiculous the price is for monthly.
Oh,
But no, like, because everyone compares monthly prices, and you're the only person I know that pays for monthly. Because,
well,
dude, it's a ripoff.
it is. It is. And I don't do it often. I think I paid monthly. I don't know, like 4 months ago, and then this month, so it's not
Dude, you need
every
to
single month.
just pay the year.
It's
Dude, trust me, it is so much cheaper.
It is. Just the one
When
I
we
feel.
compare prices when it comes to like Xbox Game Pass versus PS Plus, now, yeah, dude, we compare yearly price because no one's crazy enough except for BB to pay monthly. I mean, how much are you paying a month for? So, what are you extra?
Extra. I believe it was about $15.
Oh, God dang, dude, really? Hold on, I'm trying to pull up the price. I looked up prices and it's not telling. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, 15 for 1 month.
For extra.
Yeah,
God
for
dang, dude.
extra $15.
Dude, so in that time that you pay the full year, you could have PS Plus Premium a full year,
Yeah, I'm not
which
paying for the full
includes
year.
like 800 plus games,
That's fine. I'm not gonna
all
play all
kinds of
those.
PS1, 2, 3 games, plus extra. You got 800 plus games to play. Dude, there's too many games. That's like people, they don't really. PS Plus is a great service. Premium is a great service if you're new to gaming. If you're
Okay.
new to gaming, it is a great service because you have 800 games to choose from. You got PS1, 2, 3, Vita, some PSP games, uh, plus PS4 and 5. You have so many games. I mean, I don't even know what to do. There's just too many games.
Yeah.
So it's like overkill for me because I already have most of the stuff on PS Plus Premium. But yeah, if that's for people that are new to gaming, they just got the console, they don't have any games, jump on PS Plus Premium. You got 800 games to play. You're going to find like at least 200 games to play that you love and want to enjoy. Extra is for the people that, don't go out and buy games, but they want to play all the Sony exclusives.
Mm.
Majority of them.
Yeah,
And that's like, if I'm not mistaken, like $120 a year.
that sounds right.
Yeah. 120 bucks a year versus $15 a month. Now me, I am the basic. I'm the essential because I have everything. But which I never look at it this way. I don't pay to play online. I pay for all the extra stuff it comes with. I always have, even back in PS3.
Mhm.
The 3+ games that come with it every month. I get that. Sometimes it's something I want, sometimes it's not. Majority of the time, it's at least one game I want. So I make my money back like in a month or two for that full year. Plus, every month on the PS4 and 5, used to be PS3 and Vita and all that stuff, but uh, they give you like, I don't know, $50, $100 worth of stuff every month and free DLC for all kinds of games.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, there's a couple months that are bangers. They got really good stuff in there, but
Yeah, like Dragon Veil or Dragon Age, Veilguard.
but then there are some times where they just give, well, in my opinion, crap, or they're just whatever. Like, okay, cool for whoever plays that game, but I
Yeah, I mean, they got something for everyone almost every
yeah,
month. That's what it boils down to.
for sure.
Now, I don't really care. I add the games for free. Sometimes I play them, sometimes I don't. They're there. Most of the time, they're there for the kids. My brother's kids, they
Yeah.
come over, they raid my PlayStations, and they're like, "Oh, you got this game? Yeah, I got it for free. There you go." Well, it's not for free. You're paying for it. No, I'm paying for everything else. I'm paying, even though I don't consider it. I'm paying it. I'm paying to play online. Even though I don't consider it. Never have. Never will. I'm paying for the $100+ in DLC that I get for free every month in all kinds of games. Paying for the 3 free games for PS4 and 5. Paying for I just all that stuff.
Yeah.
Online storage, able to play. Well, actually, I can't do it because I'm not premium, but I do play my Portal 24/7. I could stream with my Portal if I had premium.
Yeah, yeah.
That's actually pretty cool.
And it is pretty cool. Just to clarify, I mean, technically, I am stealing Guns' subscription, but it is within the policy and everything. Guns signed on to my PlayStation, my PS5 before he had his system, so technically, it's a primary console
Yeah, yeah.
for him. Then he got his system, and he signs on. So I didn't realize this until after my subscription ended. I was like, wait a minute, I'm playing Helldivers online. I'm not even subscribed. I didn't realize what was going on. So I've been cruising on that for these last few months, just being able to play online. But
As long,
yeah,
as
man,
long as someone's got PS Plus, you can share between the two.
yeah,
My
just two, right?
problem is, yeah, yeah, two. Well, yeah, because you have a primary, and then the other one, all the other systems are slaves.
Yeah,
Because that's the problem I have. I've got like 20 PlayStations, so I have one primary, and then all the other ones are slaves. The slaves, you just have to be signed into your account. The primary can be logged into any account.
hmm,
But here's the thing: the once in a lifetime that it happens, which it happened recently, when Sony goes down, every PlayStation you have, except for your primary, can't play any digital games.
Huh. Hey,
Yeah.
well,
Remember when it went down for like 24 hours?
yeah,
Or whatever, and they gave us like 3 free days on PS Plus?
yeah. That
Yeah.
sucked.
My A buddy of mine's got my primary.
Oh
And
man.
then Bryn Isle has my primary for my PS4. But no, I've got everything on disc anyway, so it didn't affect me.
Yeah, you were set. You're good.
Yeah, dude. Or PSN goes down, I'm set. It's it's not gonna bother me at all.
And in case anybody wants to check out Menard doing it live, here we go.
Oh, look at that.
YouTube.
That's cute.
Oh yeah, youtube.com/ at whatever that symbol's called.
Yeah, that's
Minarum.
the ad symbol.
Yeah, at, okay, yeah, there we go.
Definitely try. I only stream like maybe once or twice a week, but when I do, I try and put in a good 3 hours. Like especially Helldivers. It's almost always Helldivers now.
Yeah, yeah. Jump in,
I
guys.
I play a bunch of other games, but it's not stream worthy. None of them are.
Yeah,
The other games I'm playing.
yeah. Yeah, I invite everyone. Jump in there, write some comments while they're playing. I like to spam some Starship Trooper quotes as they're
Was that you that was there the last time?
playing. Yeah.
I tried to ask who it was. They're like, no one responded. I'm like, okay, okay. Like I think it's BB, but who knows?
Yeah, because you knew off the bat. It's like, oh, I think BB's online. And I'm just laughing because I'm watching the stream.
Dude, we had a good one this last weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Holy crap, dude! Yeah, I don't know if they beefed up the difficulty or what was going on, but holy crap, dude, we were getting rocked. Like it was fun. It was good.
Oh, nice. Shoot,
But have you been following Helldivers?
I haven't logged in a bit. I'm logged in.
Well, they brought back the cities and the Seaf,
Okay. So they're
so
back.
you can
All right.
like bugs right now are attacking cities and stuff,
Oh,
and Illuminate
snap.
and stuff. So you can go inside the cities, and you got Seaf people helping you.
Huh. All
In the
right.
new War Bond, you actually have emotes to kind of direct them,
Huh.
like shh, hold on, and like go and stuff. Oh yeah, it's
Oh,
cool.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Huh. All right.
Plus, the new War Bond is Judge Dredd and RoboCop inspired.
Oh yeah, they do look
It's
pretty
so
cool.
awesome.
They look nice. Not gonna lie, they look pretty nice.
Oh, you saw the Judge Dredd one?
I saw them. Yeah.
Dude, it looks pimp. But log in today because you get a free Super Earth cloak, and one of the major war bond or major orders was finished, so you get like 60 credits
Nice.
or
Ooh,
medals.
ooh,
Sorry.
definitely want that. Yes. Okay. Well, awesome. I think that's it for us. Oh, come on, there he goes. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. This is Bogus Bird signing out.
It's Bernard signing out.
Thanks for hanging. We'll catch you next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.